We are the heartbeat of America.
Hello, and thank you for stopping by. Today I want to do a video based on an article that I had come across in the news today, which also brings up another piece of news that had come in just a few days ago. Today, the headlines were screaming, Congressional Democrats criticized for wearing Kente, K-E-N-T-E, cloth at an event honoring George Floyd. Okay, there's a lot of people upset with that because there's a lot of white Democrats that are wearing this African colors or African cloth, and they're upset with the fact that there's people doing that. It says here, congressional Democrats are being criticized over the stoles made of Kente cloth, K-E-N-T-E cloth, a traditional African textile they wore during a movement of silence for George Floyd. About 24 Democratic lawmakers, including House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, knelt for 8 minutes and 46 seconds at the Capitol's Emancipation Hall as a tribute to George Floyd on Monday. After they held a news conference unveiling their new legislation amid a cracking down on police brutality and reforming police in the U.S. Most of them seen wearing Kente cloths during the moment of silence as well as during the news conference. Representative Karen Bass, chairwoman of the Congressional Black Caucus, explains why. The significance of the Kente cloth is our African heritage, Bass said during the news conference, and for those of you without that heritage, we're acting in solidarity. That is the significance of the Kente cloth, our origins and respecting our past. Okay. I don't see anything wrong with that personally because it is done for a very, very good purpose, and it's done with love and respect in their hearts for the cause. Now, there's another group of people that were all up in arms over Donald Trump, where he walked across the street to a church that had been burned down. It was across the street from the White House. He was given a Bible that he had not read. It wasn't his personal Bible. He was given a Bible, and then a photograph was taken of him standing in front of the church. That was a photo op. What Congress did, what the Democratic lawmakers did, and what Donald Trump did was not the same thing. Donald Trump did it as a publicity stunt, and the Democratic lawmakers did it in remembrance of George Floyd. There's a huge difference there. No matter how you slice the pie, it's still a pie. There's going to be an awful lot of people that are upset with white folks coming to the aid of George Floyd's memory because they want to have something to be angry at. And I totally understand. I get it. Yes, I do. But you also have to understand that there's good people and there's bad people. There's good people in some and there's bad people in some. You cannot lump everybody into a box just because of a few bad apples. Now, you can say that you knew about the bad apples and you refused to do anything to get them out of the barrel, which in turn made the rest of the apples rotten. We can be guilty of that. Yes, America, we can. We, as a whole, can be guilty of condoning bad behavior, bad policing, lynchings, we can be accountable, we can be held accountable for condoning racism in America because we have not done anything as a whole to stand up and stop it. So therefore, we are as much of the problem as the ones that are doing the problem because we are allowing them to keep doing what they are doing. And we are not standing up as a whole, as a group. America is not standing up united. I don't even think we can do that anymore, to be honest with you. I don't think we have enough American citizens that believe in the American cause enough to stand up. I mean, when the founding fathers created America, yes, things were very lopsided back then. But they believed a certain way about America, and they believed in standing up for America. They believed in standing up and doing what's right to protect America. And they, as a whole, decided to fight and create this country. It has taken a long time for other citizens of this country to be considered citizens. Some people are just now being allowed to make it to the table. They have not yet been allowed to be a part of the table, but they're at the table now, at least. We have only been a country not even 300 years. We have a lot of growing up to do. We have a lot to work on. We have a lot of rough edges that need to be sanded down. But as long as we, the people, fight for what's right and stand up for those that can't stand up for themselves, protect the ones that are unprotected, and make sure that justice is equal for everyone, not just a select few that can afford to pay for the justice. We need to stand up as a whole, together, as a community. We are brothers and sisters living in this country. We may not have the same mom and dad. We may not have come here in the same ship, but we are all in the same boat now. And instead of arguing about who put the hole in the boat, we need to figure out how to stop the hole and get the water out of the boat before the boat sinks. I'm going to let you go on that note. If you have anything to add to this, an opinion based on the Democrats wearing this cloth, this African cloth, which is really beautiful, by the way. It is really, really nice. There's an awful lot of things from Africa that are very nice. So having said that, if you know anything about this, or you have an opinion on this, or you think I'm wrong, or you think I'm right, put it in the comment below. If you like my video, please give it a big old thumbs up. Also, if you want to subscribe, hit that subscribe button right down here. Remember, America, because we are all different and we all live here, our ideas of freedom differ a little bit from place to place. Where does my freedom stop and where does your freedom begin? Where do my rights end and your rights begin? As long as I am not doing anything to interfere with your rights, I should be protected in my good character. As long as I can protect your rights for you when I can, I will do so. I do not agree with things that people say, but I do agree with their ability to say them because I back up my rights for free speech. I value my rights, therefore I value yours. Of course, you cannot say anything that would incite a riot or get anybody killed. That is just wrong, and we know that. The same as hurting an elderly person on purpose, that's wrong too. There's just some things that we know is wrong inside of us. But anything else is kind of fair game. Now, with any society that's free, we need to use good common sense and we need to use our brain. We were given a brain not just to hold our ears apart and put a hat on top of. We were given a brain so we can reason and think. We know what's right. We know what's wrong. Let's make tomorrow better than yesterday by doing the very best we can today. Have a good afternoon, America, and all points beyond.